Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is JT and this is the thexobudget. Today we are going to be redoing my entire setup as well as explaining through some of the different categories I have throughout my binders. So if you would like to come along with me on this journey, please subscribe and let's get into it. So today is for a long-awaited video, which is where I am going to be redoing quite a bit in my own setup, which I am super excited about. There's a few different categories I wanted to switch around, just based off of the way that I wanted to redo kind of like my budget and my priorities right now. I have made some new envelopes and new categories for different things, some new dashboards, or well, one new dashboard. I also do have a new savings tracker where I want to find a place for, as well as these, which are these paper clips that I got from Crafted by Coco. So I'm going to go ahead and unbox these in just a moment. But yeah, I'm super excited to go ahead and get into this. So let's go ahead and clear the desk space. Alright, so first I wanted to go ahead and unbox these from Crafted by Coco. So I did order a few of her handmade paper clips, so I just wanted to show them to you all now. So I did get these. These are super cute. These are these beautiful black paper clips, and they have this purling detail on the side. So they do always come in two. So I did get two of these. Have some of Blue's hair there. And then these are these right here, which I also thought were just so gorgeous. But these are these jumbo like gold ones, and this also has the same like pearl detailing, and this also has like gold coil, but it also has like this crystal, and this is super cute. It looks like a little rose. And lastly, I did get these, and these are super cute as well. These are kind of like the same size as the first ones, but instead they have this marble detail on them, and I just think these were super cute as well. So I did get all 6 of these, so I am going to try to find a place throughout my setup to be able to put some of these, so I'm excited to do that. So for now, I am going to put these off to the side. I'm going to put them into my little thing right here. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pull out something that I made as a guide. So I did make this for myself, and honestly, I don't think I'm going to make this for anybody else because it was very time consuming and very hard to make. But I did make my own cash planning sheet. In case you were wondering, this is like my own personal A5 binder, which I use for content planning as well as finance stuff. But I made this cash planning sheet, which I kind of mapped out how I want my new categories to go for my new setup. So this is going to stay off to the side, but just so you know, I do kind of have a new plan, and I'm going to go ahead and put this off to the side as a reference. But the first one we're going to go ahead and undo is actually going to be this binder here. So this is where all of like my savings challenges are, and I'm just going to actually take all of these out. So this is where I'm also gonna reallocate this. I thought about what I wanted to do with this, and this is a Sanrio savings challenge that I had completed from the Fancy Dollar, which is Katie. So I am gonna actually put this away. We do have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 110, 20, 25, 30, $135. I was wondering what to do with this, but what I'm actually going to go ahead and do is put this, honestly, just in my Milk and Mocha challenge. And this is just going to go in the back, just because I did want to kind of condense it for now. I still haven't fully decided. I think I know where I do kind of want to put it, but I'm actually going to make that a part of my next cash stuffing, where I cash stuff my YouTube paycheck. So that 135, I'm just going to put aside for now. But in reality, that is going to be cash stuffed with my next cash stuffing paycheck, but I have my dollar savings, as well as all of my ABC savings, and my star notes. So it's like my special bills, as well as my emergency savings fund. I'm actually gonna keep this in here. This is just like a little plastic organizer thing. I got this, I think, off of, if I find something that's similar, I'll link it down below. I don't remember, because I do remember getting this a long time ago. For like, I just got like the wrong size because I wanted A5 sizes, and it was just like from like Temu or something. But I will try to find a equivalent or something. But I'm gonna put this off to the side. And I did want to put all of these, which are all of my savings challenges, into this black binder. So this might be a little hard to follow at first, which I will fully admit might happen, and that's okay. Just because I just wanted to bring you guys along with me for something that I could have absolutely done off camera, but I figured I might as well just bring you guys with me as I do this, because I honestly love watching these videos, so I figured I might as well film this so that way you guys can come along with me, because if I love watching it, I'm sure there are other people that love watching it too, so why not, you know? So I'm going to take off this little paper clip, which is some of the paper clips that I actually include in some of the orders that I do, but we're going to move the savings challenges into this binder. So I'm going to first start off with the dashboard, then follow will be in the bank tracker. This is my Milk and Mocha challenge, which is also from the Fancy Dollar, which is Katie. I have my dollar savings challenge, which is my rollover ones. My $1 ABCs challenge, my $5 alphabet note savings challenge, $10, $20 star notes, my special bills, and my emergency fund. And I'm gonna take the protector and put this back here. And just so I can close it, let me do that. And yeah, so this is now all in here. Oops, I don't know how that happened. Cool. All right, so now all of this is in here. And I think I was thinking about it, like, what do I want to put on here? And I was like, yes, I want to keep the black theme. Let's do this one, just because I am so excited to use this one. But this will go here, and look how cute that is. Look how sleek. Oh, that is so cute. The way that sticks out. Let me just have it stick out a little bit more. Yep, that's cute. I like that. All right, so that is going to be that binder. I'm going to put that off to the side here. And then what I would do next is I'm actually combining. So instead of doing long-term and short-term sinking funds, I'm actually going to start doing high priority and low priority. So I'm just going to go ahead and, honestly, let's take out these. And I'm going to stick these into my beauty envelope, just because then wherever my beauty envelope goes, that's where these are going to go. Okay, and I'm also gonna take these out, and we're gonna just figure it out. Okay, so let's put this off to the side here for now. I am gonna put this protector underneath, and let's go ahead and start setting up this binder. Okay. Again, sorry if this is a little confusing. So I did make some new envelopes. I don't know if you guys have ever really seen my old envelopes, but they have kind of been coming apart. Like, for example, like my groceries envelope, like these are the very first envelopes I've ever made. And I just didn't make them very well. But these are made much better, and I'm very excited. I'm not replacing all of my envelopes just yet. I am just replacing the ones that are for my daily, which are these here. The rest are going to come up later. So we have gas and charging, groceries, eating out, spending, and miscellaneous, which will be the 4 in the front. So I'm still going to put my daily expenses in the front here. And we are going to replace, so gas and charging is going off to the side. that in there. Groceries. And I also did these envelopes in the italic font, the same font that I have in my travel binder. Eating out. Spending. And miscellaneous. All right, and if you are new to my channel, the reason why I have these is because they actually directly mimic what is in my wallet. Speaking of, this is my wallet, just so you can see. So yeah, so these are the same categories. So we have gas, let me just move this over so it doesn't come apart. So gas and charging, groceries, eating out, spending, miscellaneous, and that's it. And then I have deposit as well as special bills, which are things that I use in my wallet system. But since I am if you are new here, the reason why I have these and these are my daily expenses is because since I am a bi-weekly budgeter, I do plan for 2 weeks total. But in order to keep myself accountable over the span of week to week, especially when it comes to my daily spending, this is a system that I created where I put half of the amount into my wallet and the other half into these envelopes in a binder. So that way, for the first week that I get paid, this is the amount that I have to work with. And then the following week, which is the week that I don't get paid, I pull from whatever is in here to stuff my wallet. So that way I don't have like a whole bunch of money in here thinking, oh, I have all of this money. And then by the time I get to week 2, I'm out of money and I have to wait until I get my next paycheck. I'm able to spread it out evenly throughout the week. So that's kind of the system that I do. And while we already have my wallet open, I'm going to move this to the side because I also wanted to reset my wallet. So this is also by Trangs Plans. So this is also by Trangs Plans. So this is her original like A7 compact like zippy wallet, I think it's what it's called, and this is her like version 2 of it. So this is like the darker brown color, which I was super excited by. The stone color I loved, but now that we're in like the fall season, I really wanted to do this one. So I'm just gonna go ahead and, well, let me take out this cardboard. I've been wanting to move over to this wallet for a while, and I figured I might as well in this video. So let me go ahead and move over. Oh my gosh, since it's like brand new, it's like not opening like how this one is, but I'm just gonna move over all of the envelopes. And then let me magically move over all of the cards. All right, so all of the cards have been moved over, and I am gonna go ahead and put this away for me to use probably again another time, because I do still love that color, but I am just in love with this. Like, it's like a burgundy brown, which I just think is so pretty. So I'm super excited to use that. I love that the coin pouch is in the back. And my other favorite part, well, let me pull it out here. And my other favorite part is the fact that it has this little ring here for me to clip the lanyard. So now I can carry it along with me. So that is now my wallet, and I'm super excited about it. This is also a much more durable leather, which I am, again, I'm just so happy about. So I'm excited to now be in this wallet. So now that I've explained that system, let's go ahead and keep going with creating my new setup. So like I shared, I am switching up. Instead of it being long-term and short-term, which I previously had, I am now going to be doing high priority and low priority. So let me go ahead and add in high priority into this. So in high priority, we're still going to have some of the same things that, like all of the same categories that you are probably used to. So first is going to be Blue Bear. Blue Bear is essentially anything that has to do with my dog Blue, or Blue Bear as her government name. But Blue is my dog, and I essentially use this for anything like grooming, food, or anything that just has to do with her day-to-day. That's what Blue Bear is for. There's another envelope, which I used to have here, and that is Blue Bear Medical, which would be next. So Blue Bear Medical is for her like yearly vet visits, or if she needs to get shots or anything of like emergency as well. So this is where I save for all of that. So that's also going to be in high priority. Then it's going to be car registration. So this is for me to pay for my car tags. It's how I save every single time I get paid. Next would be car repair. And car repair is essentially like my emergency savings for if something has happened to my car and I need to pay for it, like a flat tire or like a broken windshield or something like that. Then it's going to be contact lenses. So I am someone that wears contact lenses. I actually wanted to change this instead of just contact lenses to be vision, because I also wanted to use it for when I pay for like my eye doctor visits and stuff like that for like the copay. But that's going to be contact lens because I also have to pay for contact lens, which is honestly kind of expensive. But it's fine. Like I use dailies because my eyes are super dry, but I've actually been saving them because I've been wearing my glasses sometimes. Then will be health and wellness. Health and wellness is what I use to pay for, like I use probiotics. I also use like protein powders and stuff like that. So health and wellness is where I pull whenever it comes to anything that has to do with like my health, and just like vitamins and stuff like that. That's where I will pull from health and wellness, because that is all important to me. Next would be household. So household will be essentially anything like laundry detergent, dish soap, new sponges, anything that has to do with the house. That is where household will come along. Next is going to be memberships. And memberships is for literally anything that is a membership. So Costco membership, Amazon Prime, like my annual fee for my credit card. Like I know that I can have separate envelopes for that, and I've actually considered doing that. But for now, it is all put into one envelope, and that is what memberships is for. Next is going to be medical, and medical is going to be for anything that has to do with my own medical. So any emergencies or anything like that. This is just for me to save up for. Hopefully I'll never have to use it, but that's what that is for. And lastly is going to be self-care. Now, I know what you're thinking, self-care, high priority. Yeah, so self-care can honestly be more than just like beauty. So self-care, I actually consider this like if I do get like a haircut, or if I do get like a massage or a chiropractor. I'm no longer pulling from health and wellness for chiropractor. I'm actually pulling from self-care. So those are just things that like I really know I need to take care of myself. And that is something that I find myself wanting to, or I find as a high priority for myself. So that's why I am including it there. So that is like my daily expenses and high priority binder. So that is set there. All right, so for this one, we're actually going to be doing something a little different. So all of these, I'm actually gonna put off to the side. And what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna take out my business binder, because I'm gonna move all my business stuff into this binder. So for my business binder, I actually made all new envelopes, and the reason why I made all new envelopes is because I actually have a bunch of new categories, but also on top of that, I just wanted to redo them because I wanted them all to look the same. So I went ahead and redid all of them. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put these all in, and I'm gonna explain them as I stuff them. So first, let me open this up. I'm going to put all the charms off to the side, and we're going to do the decorating all at the end. Like I'm going to do all the paper clips and stuff at the end too. So business sinking funds, we'll put that dashboard in the front. So Instead of just materials, I wanted to be specific and say inventory materials. So inventory materials is essentially anything that has to do with creating all of like my envelopes, my dashboards, like all the materials to create that. That's what inventory materials is. And then packaging is where it would be anything, any materials that would be like for packaging in particular. So, you know, like the gift wrap, the mailers and stuff like that, that's all considered a part of packaging. So I'm moving things from shipping into just packaging because I don't really pay for shipping because that's all paid for by Etsy. So packaging is a little bit more accurate. Tools and supplies is actually a brand new category, and tools and supplies is going to be different from inventory materials. Tools and supplies will be things like printer ink. If I need a new cutter or a new blade for my cutter, that's all for tools and supplies, which is different from tech and equipment because tech and equipment is actually going to be specifically for technology. So whether that's going to be a new computer, a new phone, a new printer maybe. I'm actually thinking printer would be under tools and supplies. But yeah, some of those like technology things, that's kind of where tech and equipment will come into play versus tools and supplies. That's more so for the Etsy side. Actually, okay, that's a more accurate description. Tools and supplies is going to be anything that I need to create things for my Etsy shop versus tech and equipment is anything that I would really need for my YouTube. That's the way that I wanted to separate it. So yeah, so tools and supplies, that is going to be there for now. Let's go ahead. No, yeah, that's in the correct order. Okay, and then tech and equipment, again, that's where this is going to be anything that has to do with wanting to buy like a new phone, a new computer, a new camera, anything that has to do with like my YouTube. Organization is going to be anything that I need to organize, like anything a part of like my setup or like my office that I really film in and everything like that. Personal setup, so that is pretty much anything that you see here. So if I were to buy a new tray, well, this is not brand new. This is new to the channel, but this is not new. Or if I buy a new binder, or if I buy clips or something, that's where I would pull from personal setup. So that is what this is. P.O. box is actually new, so I am wanting to get a P.O. box, and the reason why is just for my own privacy and, you know, my own security. I do want to invest in a P.O. box, so I am going to start stuffing for that sometime soon. Canva Pro, it is something that I use to be able to create, whether it is stuff for YouTube or stuff for my Etsy shop. I use that as my medium for creation. Taxes. So taxes is actually something that I used to have before. I took out thinking like I'm gonna move everything into a taxes, what's it called? An account that's specifically for taxes, but I made some changes to the way that I'm allocating even in my bank accounts. So instead, I'm actually gonna start stuffing for taxes. So the amount that I had previously, I took out whatever was under 100 and whatever was 100 or over, I put in placeholders. So I have all of that here. So we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 420, 30, 435 in taxes. So the $400 is actually going to be in the bank, and this is in the bank account, the same one that I have all of my envelope placeholders in, and the 35. So anytime that I get paid now from like YouTube or Etsy, that is where I'm going to be putting the taxes in, is in this envelope. And I'm going to go ahead and any placeholders or anything, I'll just lump it in with the rest of my placeholders. And then lastly is YouTube giveaways, and YouTube giveaways is pretty much me saving up for whenever I do giveaways, because as you all know, I love to be able to treat you all, especially for supporting me and everything that I do, because if it wasn't for you guys, I truly wouldn't be here. So thank you so much for being here with me and sticking around, because now I get to do all of these really cool things. So this is my new business sinking funds binder, and it has some new categories and new envelopes, and I'm excited about that. So next is going to be this one, and this is actually going to be my new apartment savings challenge binder. I wanted to switch over, so we're gonna do that now. Okay, so we're gonna put new apartment. So in my new apartment savings challenge, this is essentially like a binder that is full of just this specific savings challenge because there's so many envelopes. But I created this for me to be able to save up for the expenses of moving to a new apartment, which can honestly get really, really, really expensive. So new apartment savings challenge, we first have deposit, and deposit is essentially what it is. It's a deposit, and I'm not going to go into full detail of how much. Actually, I will. So $2,000 is the amount that I am trying to save up, and the amounts that I am saving up for, this is going to be like the absolute most amount that I can ever imagine myself needing to spend. So it's not that like, oh yeah, like I'm for sure gonna spend this amount. It's just like, this is the most that I would ever spend on it. So that's what I'm saving for. Fees are any specific fees that I would need. I saved $750, and that's mostly because I have a dog, and if they need me to pay any fees for that, that's what I would do. Insurance, I do want to get renter's insurance, and I am saving up $250 for that. I know that renter's insurance isn't like a one-time payment, but it is something where I wanted to just save up for 1 or 2 months of, just so that way I have some savings for it. Moving expenses, I have $250, so that way I can like rent a truck or do something like that if I really need it. Mostly I'm pretty good with being able to move things on my own, but just in case I do want to hire somebody, that's also something that I can do, or if I want to like pay maybe like my nephew or something to help me, that's something I can do too. Rent, so the most I would ever pay for rent is $3,300, and I consider this kind of like a 1 month ahead, where I'm saving to essentially not have to worry about rent for the first month. And that's just so that way, again, with the stresses of moving and wanting to pay for things, like I just want to make sure that I have enough money for myself. And even though I wouldn't get an apartment that I wouldn't be able to afford, I still want to make sure that I'm like 1 month ahead for everything. Same thing with utilities. So I put aside $150, or I'm saving for $150. Internet, I'm saving for $50. Improvement, so this would be any improvement to the place, for example, switching out light bulbs or switching out like light switches and stuff like that. Like I know for an apartment I shouldn't have to, but maybe I would just want to. And so I'm saving up $250 for that. And I know these seem like really high amounts, and that's one because I live in the San Francisco Bay Area where everything is super expensive. So yeah, I get that. But also just I like to over prepare, and if I don't end up actually saving this amount, it's okay. This is at least saving up, so I'm not overly like putting myself into debt trying to do all of these things without saving. Furniture, I am trying to save $4,000 because that is like the amount of at least a good couch. Obviously I would try to find a good deal, but I'm trying to save $4,000 for furniture. Appliances is $1,500, and that would be anything like I jokingly, so this has like a coffee maker. Here, let me pull out the tracker. All of these trackers I created to have like an icon that had to do with whatever it was. So for appliances, I have a coffee maker. Before I had a rice cooker because I'm Filipino and we need rice cookers. But I used to have a rice cooker, but yeah, it's stuff like that, like a coffee maker, a rice cooker. Those are appliances that I would potentially need for a new apartment. Decor, I wanted to save $1,000, and this is for anything that would just make my home more homey. Obviously not a huge priority, but it is something that would make me happy, is to see decor that would make my home a home. And lastly is miscellaneous. I am saving $500, so this is just for anything that I don't think to save up for, but I think I've covered all of my bases when it's come to my new apartment savings challenge. I think I did a pretty good job with finding out what I would really need and creating a category for it. But yeah, so that is my new apartment savings challenge, which I moved over into this binder, which should be good. We're all set there. So I'm going to put this off to the side for now. And then next, this is my holiday sinking funds binder, which I'm going to keep my holiday sinking funds binder in this one. So let's just keep that there because that one has a lot of categories. But this one is going to be my new low priority sinking funds binder. So I'm going to put this here. I also have one of these to put back here. So for my low priority sinking funds, we're first going to start off over here with beauty. So beauty is essentially anything that has to do with like hair, makeup, like my beauty items. So this is not like services. This is just like shampoo, makeup, and all of that. And I typically go to Sephora for all of it, which is why I have these Sephora gift cards. But yeah, I am actually a VIB Rouge at Sephora, which means that every year when they do their like VIB Rouge sales and stuff, I get 20% off because I always go over a certain spend because I always let people use my discount. But yeah, so that allows me to get to VIB Rouge every year and get 20% off, which is where I typically just like bulk buy twice a year for all of those things. Next is going to be, where is it? It's going to be car care. So car care is essentially anything that has to do with taking care of my car, like buying new windshield wipers or buying a car wash or something like that. That is what car care is for. Next is going to be, I'm going to put this in the back because I feel like those are all in the back. But next is going to be closet. So closet is anything that has to do with any clothes, shoes, or anything like that. That is for closet, like my wardrobe. Next is going to actually be events. So events is here, and this is for pretty much any like concert tickets or, you know, football tickets, which I actually need to take money out from here for that football ticket that I did buy. But football tickets, I forgot to do that in my unstuffing. But football tickets, just anything that has to do with any events in my life, that is pretty much anything fun. That's what events is for. Next is going to be gifts, and gifts is anything like, so my holiday binder, I realized I didn't go through my holiday binder. We can go over that later. But gifts is for anything that is not in my holiday binder. So for example, weddings or anniversaries, or just gifting for someone else's birthday, like those are all going to come from this envelope. Next is going to be personal care, and personal care would be anything that's like toothpaste or even like some, I don't know, like body wash or mouthwash. I don't know, like those are, okay, body wash, like I do have specific body wash that I do get from Sephora, but yeah, like it's just anything that I would just like go to Target for and just buy. So that's personal care. Not super important, but still important to me. And that's the thing with low priority. Like, I don't want you to think like, oh, low priority means I'm never going to stuff these, because I probably absolutely will. But these are things that are not just as big of a priority as everything else. What was that one? Personal care. Then it's going to be restaurants. Restaurants is, so I do like to try out new restaurants. So this is for me to be able to just like save up to try new restaurants, especially here in the Bay. There's always new restaurants that I always want to try, and especially with like my friends and family, that's what we like to do for bonding, is to try new restaurants. Wish list. So this is actually something that I put together for myself. So I am an overspender. I'm still trying to break that habit for myself, but naturally I'm an overspender. And because of that, I created this envelope, because what I do instead is anytime that I want to buy something like that is kind of like higher end, or anything that is like essentially just a want, I just write it down on, not a piece of paper. I actually put it into like a document on my computer, and I write it down there and I leave it there. and leave it on that list. And I continue to stuff this envelope, and essentially once I get to a certain amount in this envelope, so for example, right now, these trackers are not up to date, by the way. So right now we have 150, 70, 80, 90, 195. I'm like, okay, cool. I have 195. I can technically go into my wish list and see if there's anything that I want to buy because I have $195. But in reality, the things that are on there, I probably want to keep saving up for, because there are some things like really expensive shoes or maybe a really nice purse that I want that would all come out of wish list. So this is just like those really unnecessary things that I would potentially just buy on a whim because I'm like, treat yourself. But instead, I'm just gonna try to be responsible and keep it in this wish list. And once I get to a certain amount, and if I have enough in here to buy it, then I'll buy it. So that is what that is for. Next is going to be new car. So new car is essentially what would be a down payment for a new car. I know that I probably won't be able to pay a new car in full. That would be really amazing, but I don't think that is in the cards for me right now, just with some other things I need to do. Wedding, that is for future wedding. Future home, same thing. I eventually want to be a homeowner, so that is for me to save up little by little. Like, I know that, like, for example, in future baby, or let's go with future home. Right now in future home, I have 50 bucks saved up. 50 bucks is not going to get me a home, but just like this says, let me pull it out so you can see. Even dust when piled up can become a mountain. Small effort does make a difference. So genuinely, what I love about this is just the fact that, like, even just like the smallest things that you do will really add up. And that's what I love about cash stuffing in general, and why I love cash stuffing is because of that. Like, I put away $5 every single time, and eventually it'll add up to be $100 in like 25 weeks, in half a year. And that is something that I really truly love. Okay, I don't know if I did that math right. I definitely didn't. But you guys know what I mean. Essentially, the little things that you do, that you keep doing for yourself, like cash stuffing, it'll continue to add up into becoming something bigger that you never would have been able to do just overnight. So yeah, so that's just something that is a great motivator for me, and why I love cash stuffing, and why I have even these. Like, these are my low priority because obviously these are not my biggest goals right now. I have other higher priority things that I want to focus on, but these are absolutely things that I want to still keep in mind and keep in my setup. And one of the other things that I do have is this tracker that I got from Handmade Plans. And I did want to actually switch out this one for this because love and be loved. So there's actually a quote, which is "Si vi amare ama," which is Latin for "if you wish to be loved, love." And that's actually one of my favorite quotes, and this reminded me of that. And so I honestly wanted to put this in wedding because I just thought it was appropriate for just like love in general. And then I might just put this one, I might wipe it off, and I think where I really want to put this one is going to be like probably, I don't know, not sure yet. I'll have to think about it, but I'll probably put this off to the side for now. I do like this one though. But I just thought this one was perfect because, again, it's about love, love and be loved. And then this one, I just thought was perfect because, again, future home, I would probably need much, like 100 times more than this. And it's just that reminder that small effort does make a difference. So those are my savings trackers that are in there. And then lastly, we do have our travel binder. So I have already explained everything that's in this travel binder, so I'm not going to do that again, but I do want to go ahead and add a new dashboard. So I did create this travel binder dashboard, which is essentially something that I just wanted to do to kind of create unification between all of my binders. So yeah, so that is going to be there. And I'm going to keep this in this dark green one. Cool. So that is that one. So if I will link, or not link, I will just put in like the end card, the, or actually I'll put it in that little info thingy, where I explained all of the categories of this envelope, so that way I can save time to be able to explain some of the other categories, so that way you can watch that video. So let me go back into this binder, and this binder is my holiday sinking funds. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go through all of these categories so you can kind of know what these are for. So New Year's obviously is going to be for New Year's. Then I have Kuya. So Kuya is my older brother, and Kuya means older brother in Tagalog. And behind my brother, I don't know if you can kind of see it here, but he has his birth flower behind. So his birthday is in February. So his birth flower is behind his name. And behind all of my holiday envelopes, I actually do have like a corresponding icon behind it. So that's one of the unique things about this binder. Valentine's Day, Easter, Ako. Ako has my favorite flowers. So it's not my birth flowers, but it has plumerias, which are my favorite flowers. Ako in Tagalog means me. As you know, like I like to incorporate Tagalog, which is the Philippine language, into my binders, just because I want to make sure that I just have it represented, and I love representation of my culture. Mother's Day, which has just like a bouquet of flowers. Father's Day has a tie. 4th of July. Hi'iaka, it has her birth flower. This is my goddaughter. Dad, this is his birth month flower as well. That's for his birthday. Halloween, it's just Halloween. My mom's birthday, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. So, I mean, I didn't really need to explain these, but essentially what this binder is really great for is these are all set dates. Like these are all birthdays or holidays. And, you know, for me, I consider birthdays as holidays because I always think of someone's life as a celebration, and I always love celebrating birthdays. So, and these are just all in chronological order of when they happen throughout the year. So yeah, that's where I have my holiday sinking funds binder for, is to save up for those because we always end up doing something for that. But yeah, so that is pretty much all of my binders. So now let's just go ahead and add in a couple of things. Okay, so my camera died while I was in the middle of filming, so let's go ahead. I wanted to just start decorating my binders. So I already put this clip here into my savings challenge, and I just think this makes it look very sleek. I do want to put some of these other clips in, so as well as these charms. I think in this one, no, I think in this one I want to put a charm because I did like the daily expenses to have the little Hello Kitty charm. I don't know why, but I'll just go ahead and put this here. And this is a super full binder. So let me... Okay, I'm going to do these one by one because apparently I can't do it all at once. Maybe these will let me know. There you go. Okay. So, yeah. Yeah, that's cute. It's still cute with the blue and with the dark gray. I love this dark gray color. I can't get over it. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's cute. Okay. I like that. I think in this one, though, do I want this? Nope. I think I really like this. Yeah. I like this one because, yeah, it pulls together all of the gold in here. So this is like my business binder. And that will stick out really nicely in here. That's cute. I like that. I know that this is honestly just for me, like all of this decorating. But I love it. I love being able to like decorate my binders. I need to do a cash condensing for this pretty desperately. That looks really, really, really stuffed. I think for this one, I feel like that's a lot of gold. I think I want to break up the gold. Let's do this one. I think that's cute. Do I like that? I don't know if I like that yet. Ooh, or do I want to put... No. Let's do this one. Actually, yeah, let's do that one. That's cute. I like that. No. Oh my gosh, I'm so indecisive. Okay, I'm gonna put this one because I do like this one on here because all the gold. This is the problem with me. I don't know. You're probably gonna see them all in different places again. Holiday sinking funds. What do I want here? I think this would be cute actually. How do I want this though? Should I put this all the way down? Here, let's see. Oh, that's cute. I like that. It's a little more subtle. I do like that. Okay, we'll keep that. We'll keep that the way that one is. Low priority. This one, I think I want to put this one here. I just really, that way the low priority and the high priority, they both have a little charm. I feel like it's not gonna close. There you go. Cool. Plus, I feel like the charms work better in these binders anyway. Cute. Okay. And what about my travel? Do I want to put one on my travel? I do. I don't know which one I want though. No, I think I like this one. I don't know. Again, I'm very indecisive. I think I like this one. This one is about to be super cute. I like this because then it also separates the dashboards so I can more easily, yeah, I like that. Okay, there you go. Okay, so this is what that looks like. I think that's cute. All of them sticking out right here. And then kind of like from this side, what that would look like. I even considered getting like bookmarks for these, but I won't go too crazy. Maybe I'll make them one day, or maybe I'll buy them off of a seller here. I don't know if you guys have any recommendations for bookmarks or anyone that makes any bookmarks. I would love to be able to see. I'm like not sure if I would really like want to get bookmarks. See, this is a little tight, but that is something that I have been considering, so we'll kind of see and get into that. But I do like this setup so far. I'm still figuring out also my new setup. I don't know if you've watched my last video. If you haven't, you should, where I did like my wallet reset and my unstuffing, because I did have a different setup than what I'm used to. So I'm trying to still figure it out, what I like. Let me know what you think of that setup. I might try a couple of different setups as well. I hope you enjoyed watching and hanging out with me. I found this really fun. Like, I like being able to kind of revamp everything because it gives me a little bit of excitement, and you know, having things rearranged and new kind of keeps things, honestly, like it refreshes me a bit and it makes me feel rejuvenated. So I'm very excited to be able to do this and to have this all reset for me to be able to now jump into what feels new, even though it's kind of the same things. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video today, you guys. I can't think of anything else that I want to be able to talk about. Oh, actually, by the time that you guys watch this video, my giveaway is going to be closed, but I am probably not going to be announcing the winner yet because I'm filming this still before the giveaway ends. So I'll probably be announcing that next week on the next Friday, which I believe is November 1st. So just go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. So that way, well, you should be subscribed if you have entered the giveaway. But still hit the subscribe button, hang out with me, so that way you can be tuned in for any future giveaways that I may be doing, as well as just see any other videos of me actually using this new setup that I have put together. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you all again for all of your support, and I can't wait to hang out with you guys next time. Bye, you guys.